Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to GHI's Pride of Ground Handling Awards Ceremony 2022. Fantastic to have you here. Please, for the next half hour or so, just keep your fingers crossed, your toes crossed, wherever you're logging on from around the world, and hopefully we'll make it your morning, your afternoon, or your night. But before we announce who has won which of our 6 awards, I just wanted to say some very brief words about another tumultuous year for our global aviation sector. In Europe, in the Middle East, in the Americas, we've seen a long overdue resurgence in passenger volumes, and that shines through in the entries that we've received from these markets in 22. Activities, the focus has shifted away from pandemic stories to heartland ground handling excellence, ensuring that flights depart safely, on time, going above and beyond to exceed passenger expectations. This has been brilliant to see, and long may it continue. In Asia, it's a slightly different story. We're still seeing a focus on pandemic-related stories within the entries. There is nothing wrong with that, and we continue to be inspired by the lengths and the sheer innovation and commitment of Asian-based ground handling and airline and airport teams to ensure passenger safety during some really challenging operating conditions. Things, though, in Asia do show signs of beginning to shift. We've seen the reopening of major markets. We are seeing people begin to travel from the region yet again, and we cannot wait to see our Asian-based aviation friends at the GHI annual a little later on this month. It has been far too long. Despite the return in volumes, not everything has been rosy, particularly here in Europe. We saw a summer season where the strength of passenger demand really outstripped our own ability to supply. That led to some really difficult headlines for our industry, certainly in the UK and in major European markets this summer. There were too many news stories showing passengers cheek to jowl in the departures area, waiting for flights that had been cancelled or were not going to get away anytime soon. We saw footage of bags piled up, an ocean of baggage on the apron with no one there to offload it, no one there to put it safely where it needed to go. That was difficult, and it led to some really difficult moments and accusations that we as a sector didn't have our house in order. We were disorganized, and worst of all, that we just didn't care. Didn't care. If you could show some of those journalists and broadcasters some of the entries that we've received this year, like many other years in GHI's awards, you see a whole army of ground handling personnel, aviation personnel across the world who do everything they can do and more to please, satisfy and exceed passenger expectations. You can say anything, but so do not say that our people do not care. It comes through loud and clear again in this year's awards entries, wearing hazmat suits to make sure that baggage gets off of flights. This is not an example of someone who is disengaged, who simply doesn't care. Not just in the field of pandemic stories was this above and beyond attitude illustrated, but across into examples of random acts of nature, of humanitarian crises. Yet again, we see entries that show how ground handling teams have stepped up during floods, during global conflicts, to stay behind, to go above and beyond, to help their passengers, to make sure they are safe, well, warm, and protected for some really difficult situations. It is truly awe-inspiring, and thank you all very much for sharing those stories with us. If you could bottle up just some of that inspirational activity, some of the sky-high morale that those people are showing to go above and beyond any sort of job spec to deliver their excellence to passengers, well, ladies and gentlemen, we would have a solution right here for the skills crisis that we all spend our times concerned about and talking about. Within these awards, there lies the elixir for solving the skills challenge. Let us grasp the good feeling of ground handling teams, the inspirational activities we've seen, and take it out to the world. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you well, and I'll see you again in a moment. Thank you. So what does it take to become a GHI Pride of Ground Handling Award winner? Well, there are 4 key attributes that separate the best from the rest. These are a commitment to quality and ground service excellence, absolutely at the heart of the awards, with a particular emphasis too on innovation and driving new service developments. Number 2, you'll need to demonstrate outstanding teamwork and leadership. Thirdly, As we all know, this industry relies on an outstanding safety ethos. A strong safety ethos must be apparent in all winning entries. And last but not least, we want people who are passionate about the job, who have a love for aviation in everything that they do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now let's move forward so we can announce our winners. We received more than 120 entries to this year's Pride of Ground Handling Awards. Thank you very much for your support. All of those entries were subject to a two-stage judging process. The first stage involved the review of submissions by the GHI team. Those that passed muster were then transferred through to our expert judging panel. We were lucky to be joined by a wide mix of aviation judges representing expertise across the different supply chain stakeholder groups. Thank you very much to all of our judges. Those judges were placed into category groups with a selection of judges then meeting on a pre-arranged awards day, having marked those entries independently to discuss their favourites and decide those all-important overall winners. Okay, now I've explained a little bit more about how the awards were judged. Let's go on and announce the first of our winners. Good luck, everybody.
Now let's move on to the Ramp Safety Award. Now, eliminating ground damage, accident risks, and striving for the highest possible safety standards is a guiding principle for all of us in aviation. This award celebrates the ground handling team or employee who have used their initiative and worked proactively to deliver a tangible safety gain at their station. The finalists for the 2022 Ramp Safety Award are EPPCO Aviation, Dubai International Airport; GD HSEQ Team, Rise of Positive Safety Culture; Isaac Mwangi, Swissport, Kenya; Luo Pu Yan, SATS, Hong Kong; Matthias Kirks, Welcome Airport Services; Raffaello Bassani, Armando Liberti, Massimo Basili, and Michelle Clanello at Airport Handling. Now, I'd like to welcome our category judge, Karen Cox, who is Global Director of Operations and Safety at Swissport, to tell us a little bit more about the judges' thoughts on this category. Welcome to you, Karen.
Thank you very much, Max. Yes, it was an absolute pleasure to be judging this category. And we had a really high standard of entries. So that was an absolute delight to read across the patch. Clearly, we all recognise that the need for strong safety champions. And I'm really delighted that we have found someone who is actually outstanding in this category.
Fantastic. Karen, can you tell us more about the overall winner you chose in this category?
Yes, Max. So I'm delighted to announce that the winner is Matthias Kirks. So from Welcome Airport Services in Poland. Congratulations.
Well done, Matthias. Karen, tell us more about what impressed you and your fellow judges about this winning entrant.
Well, to be honest, Max, we couldn't fault this entry. It is a stunning and brilliant example of reporting. Matthias raised the red flag, and when that red flag was dismissed, he remained strong, he continued to challenge, and he actually went to the regulator. It's an excellent example of challenging bad practice and ensuring high safety standards are adhered to at all times. Once again, well done, Matthias.
Thank you very much, Karen. All the best. Thanks for your help judging, and see you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now let's move on to our Unsung Heroes Award. Now, this one recognises all those people, and there are many of them in our industry and in our organisations, who always go the extra mile to deliver an outstanding service and step up at a moment of crisis to the rescue. They don't think about it for a moment, but they're always there, and we can count on them when we need them. So let's take a second or two to celebrate some of those unsung heroes working within ground handling. The finalists for the Unsung Heroes Award 2022 are Chantal Lehel, Jessica Libera, Lena Benzadek, and Julienne Bleichner at Swissport Station BSL, Basel Mulhouse, Freiburg. Ekata de Hull, Star Aviation. JASG PCCL Support Team. Miss Danusha of Chelabi Aviation. Pavlo Bondar of Welcome Airport Services. Seiros bin Sanwen and Mustafa bin Lamir of SATS. Now, I'd like to welcome to the screen one of our judges for this category. Welcome to Desiree Perez, who's leadership coach and aviation consultant at Sage Coaching. Welcome to you, Desiree.
Thanks, Max.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good. Are you joining us all the way from Florida?
Yes, bright and sunny today.
I wish it was in the UK, but there we go. Desiree, this category, as I mentioned at the top, really important to celebrate some of those unsung heroes who we rely on day to day, but perhaps don't get their moment in the limelight. Tell us more about what you thought about this category.
Yeah, I think, all of us in the group as fellow judges just really were impressed by all the submissions. And it just really went to show on, how much people impact other people's lives and the things that they do to walk the extra mile that oftentimes goes unnoticed. So it was really a privilege and an honor to see all those submissions, the entries, and to be able to select the final winner for this category.
Now, I know it's a really difficult category with so many unsung heroes and so many fine achievements to celebrate. And Desiree, you and your fellow judges had a really close call deciding a winner for this Unsung Heroes Award. And you have decided to award Highly Commended. And I can announce that special commendation goes to Pavlo Bonda of Welcome Airport Services. Desiree, can you tell us a little bit more about what impressed you about Pavlo's achievements?
Yeah, Pavlo actually went above and beyond to help refugees in the Ukraine, specifically women and kids. I think we are all following the horrific images that we're seeing in the news on what's transpiring in the Ukraine. And Pavlo really, beyond his normal duties on the ramp, supported with translations, with finding food sources. Oftentimes, the refugees didn't have any appropriate documentation, helping with that, finding places to stay. So he really went above and beyond any call of duty as a ramp agent. So we really felt that he deserved a Highly Commended.
Absolutely. And well done to you, Pavlo, on your fine efforts. And congratulations on the Highly Commended Award. Desiree, there could only be one winner though. So I'm now going to ask you to reveal who the overall winner of this Unsung Heroes Award category is for 2022, please.
Yes, thank you, Max. It was such a close call, but we're more than excited to announce Ekata Dahal from Star Aviation being the winner in the Unsung Hero category.
Well done, Ekata. Desiree, can you tell us a bit more about the winning qualities of this entry?
Absolutely. So Ekata was actually on duty during an active shooter event at Canberra Airport. And she actually just showed such a impressive leadership during that event. I think this is something that we try to train for. We try to support people to be as prepared as possible. But when it then actually happens, it's really hard to know how people are going to react. And Ekata actually just really remained calm, took people outside of the terminal, supported them in that event, and just her calmness and the demeanor that she brought to the situation was really impressive. The level of leadership, and she truly went above and beyond in that situation. Hopefully we'll never have to face any of those types of situations, but she really demonstrated the behaviors and the leadership that we would hope to see in those situations.
Absolutely. What a courageous story, and well done to Ekata, and congratulations on the award. Thank you, Desiree, very much for judging for us. We wish you all the best. And to you and your fellow judges, once again, thank you. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Max.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Our next award is the GSE Innovation Award. Now, advances in GSE technology offer a crucial edge to ground handlers who are pursuing safe, on-time and high-quality services at every single turnaround. This category celebrates the station, airport, manufacturer, handler who've delivered a standout innovation that directly influences day-to-day performance. The finalists for the GSE Innovation Award are Autonomous Cargo and Baggage Tractors, Thor Drive, BBHS, taking baggage handling into the 21st century, GPU/ACU, Poker Yoke, WFS, orbital. GSE also dethrottling inside ERA, SATs. Malahan Engineering, MAN Ultra 18T GVW truck. And solar-powered GPU AI SATs. Now, I'm delighted to welcome on screen a man who knows a thing or two about GSE. It's Michael Bloomfield, co-founder of Sage Parts, who was on the judging panel for this GSE Innovation Award and will tell us a little bit more about the panel's thoughts. Hello to you, Michael.
Hello, Max. Thank you.
Great to have you along. How's everything in New York?
Yeah, good. Weather's nice today. Expecting a great weekend. Thank you.
See, every judge asks that, and it's always so grim in England that I feel so jealous. But let's move on and talk about this award because very exciting area, GSE innovation, very important right now. What were your thoughts on this innovation field and some of the entries that you guys marked?
Yeah, so we had some really great entries. The one that really stood out the most is something that I'm always very impressed with, and that's the operation of equipment from an autonomous standpoint. And in this case, we really focused on a retrofit kit that ThoughtDrive had put together, labeled autonomous cargo and baggage tractors.
Okay, Michael, can you tell us who the winner is, please?
Yes, of course. It was autonomous cargo and baggage tractors by ThoughtDrive.
Well done, ThoughtDrive. Michael, can you tell us a bit more about what impressed you around this winning entry?
Absolutely, Max. ThoughtDrive developed a retrofit kit to provide autonomous capabilities to cargo and baggage tractors. The system provides complete end-to-end autonomous trips by safely docking with other equipment like loaders, baggage loading equipment, caster decks, and things like that. The beauty of this system is a ThoughtDrive system can retrofit to any remanufactured or brand new tractor, thus making it autonomous to any particular brand or powertrain type.
Absolutely fantastic. An impressive piece of technology and symbolizes the innovation we seek to celebrate in this category. So well done to ThoughtDrive, and thank you very much, Michael, for being a judge.
Thank you.
Our next award is the Sustainability Award. Now, this one is a crucial area of aviation development. Never has becoming a more sustainable operation been more important than right now. And this category acknowledges those who are blazing a trail in our industry for reducing their carbon footprint and embracing more environmentally friendly business practice. The shortlist for the Sustainability Award 2022 is AirPro Finland, Edmonton International Airport, Canada, Hong Kong Air Cargo Terminals Limited, Hactal. Now, I'm delighted to welcome one of the category judges on screen to tell us a little bit more about the judges' thoughts on this category. We are joined by Robert Fordry, who's Executive Vice President Cargo at Menzies Aviation. Hello to you, Robert.
Hi, Max. Thanks very much for the invite. Great to be here.
Fantastic to have you along, and thank you very much for your help judging this Sustainability Award category. Really, really crucial right now, as you don't need to tell you, but this one celebrates those pioneers in aviation who are adopting really creative and effective sustainable practice. Tell us a little bit more about your thoughts.
No, so I completely agree. So in this category, some really, really very strong entries in perhaps what is the most important category for the future of our industry. So delighted to be part of that. I think we're all becoming increasingly aware of the expectations for sustainability and the changes to business practices that it's bringing as well. So it's really encouraging to see so many entries for this particular category as well.
Absolutely. And fantastic to see some of the developments taking shape in practice. Robert, subcategory, as you mentioned, I am though going to ask you now to reveal who you and your fellow judges decided to select as the winner.
So, Max, and the winner is Edmonton International Airport, Canada.
Well done to the Edmonton team. Robert, can you tell us more about this winning entry and what impressed you around it?
Yes, absolutely. So it really was genuinely an excellent group of entries. Certainly Edmonton and their Airport City Sustainability Campus really stood out, not only for its collaborative approach, but also It had a number of demonstrable achievements, reducing carbon emissions, introducing drone technology, and recycling of de-icing fluid, just being a small number of those initiatives. So it was a fantastic entry, truly inspiring, and a very worthy winner.
Brilliant. Well done to the Edmonton International Airport Canada team. And thank you again to you, Robert, and the fellow judges for your help with this category. Take care, and we'll see you at GHI soon.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Let's move now to the Best SME Award. This is a new category for 2022 and seeks to celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit of smaller sized operators who play such an integral role in delivering service excellence in ground handling around the world. The shortlist for this brand new award is Airline Assistance Switzerland, Internal Safety and Security Reporting, Air Baltic, AOT, Ground Aviation Services Company, Driving Excellence. Bangor International Airport, ready for diversions 24/7. Global Load Control. Now, I'm delighted to welcome on screen one of our judges for this category to tell us a little bit more. Please join us, Gustavo De Cal, who is Director of Aviax Air Aviation, to tell us a little bit more. Hello, Gustavo.
Hello, Max. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? How's Buenos Aires?
Buenos Aires is just great as usual.
Fantastic.
So we're very happy to be here again.
Happy to have you along. It's a new category for this year. It seeks to celebrate the smaller sized businesses so important to aviation, as I mentioned. Tell us a little bit more about what your thoughts were on this one.
Well, Max, as you said, this is a very interesting category because it's new. And the aim is to celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit of smaller sized handlers around the world that, of course, exceed customer expectation with outstanding reputation for four basic areas, which are quality, safety, teamwork, and especially innovation.
Absolutely. I know there were some deliberations over selecting the winner. I am going to ask you now to reveal who your decision went to and who the winner was for this Best SME Award, please.
Well, Max, the winner of this category is Bangor International Airport.
Well done to the Bangor International Airport team. Gustavo, tell us a little bit more about what impressed you.
As you mentioned, this new category involved several nominees. All of them were outstanding. However, Bangor International Airport justified their position in a very nice way. Though small in size, they were always prepared for any type of diversion and had supported many different situations under this scenario. For example, from smoke in the cockpit to medical emergencies, handling cargo flights to move critical PPE equipment during COVID, and most recently handling swaps or crew swaps due to flights having to go around as a result of the Ukraine-Russia conflict. So, being this some of the examples provided, the judges believe that Bangor is a well-deserved winner in this category.
Absolutely. Well done to everyone at Bangor International Airport on winning the debut at Best SME Award. And thank you to you, Gustavo, for judging in this category and giving us your thoughts today.
Thanks to you, and regards to everybody in ground handling community.
Thank you very much, Gustavo. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. We're now at the point of our final award, and that is the crucial Best Station Award. This is the big one, and we once again were inundated with terrific entries. This time round, we combined cargo and passenger functions into one single award because we know that many stations are servicing both markets in the times that we live in. So in the Best Station Award, the finalists for 2022 are Beijing Aviation Ground Services, Chelabi Delhi Cargo Terminal Management, Indira Gandhi International Airport, Chelabi Naz Airport Services India, Mumbai International Airport, Jerry's Donata, Karachi, Hong Kong Air Cargo Terminals, Hactor, Qatar Aviation Services, Qatar, SASA, Lima. Now, to tell me more about the judges' thoughts on this category, I'm delighted to invite Nirmala Ramai, who's Chief Operations Officer at Caribbean Airlines, to tell us a little bit more from the judges' perspective for this Best Station Award category. Welcome to you, Nirmala.
Thanks, Mark.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Greetings from sunny Caribbean Trinidad.
Oh, I wish I was there enjoying that fine Caribbean sunshine. Very, very envious. But yes, it's a very closely contested category, this one always. And no more so this year than when we combined the cargo and the passenger functions. A lot of competition. Tell us a bit more about your deliberations as a judging panel in this category.
Marks, as you rightly pointed out, it is a tough category to judge. And this year being combined with all the different services, I think the dilemma for judging a category like this is always measuring what is core operations versus what is excellent operations in all the pillars of the ground handling. So the deliberation took into consideration that aspect in particular.
We really made you and your fellow judges work hard on this Best Station Award category this year, and you rose to that challenge. I know it was really close, and that you guys did decide to award a highly commended in this category. And I can reveal now that that special commendation goes to Beijing Aviation Ground Services.
Yes, and when we looked at it in that special category, I think we looked at it in the context of what's happening in our industry, where we have severe challenges with skills resources and maintaining that dedication and commitment to our industry, given what has happened with COVID. And we looked at Beijing Aviation Services and in particular their management of the Winter and Paralympic Games. And what really stood out for us was that commitment, dedication, and sacrifice by their employees to make that mission at both a company level and at both a country level. So I think that is highly commendable, and it sets an example to the other employees of our industry how that commitment could help us succeed and make aviation sexy again.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, as I recall on this one, that the BGS team were helping the athletes in the Paralympics and the Winter Olympics at the height of COVID in the region, and clad in full PPE, 15-hour shifts and staying away from their family for many weeks. So it was a really awe-inspiring example of, as you and the judges say, the commitment that was shown was just beyond the pale, really. Fantastic.
Highly commendable, yes.
Highly commendable. So well done to the BGS team on your special commendation. Nirmala, you did select an overall winner. Can you reveal now the winner of the Best Station Award 2022, please?
Yes, and it was really tough, but this year the award goes to SASA in Lima.
Well done to SASA Lima. And Nirmala, can you tell us some more about the winning qualities, please?
Sure. And Marks, it started from us when we listened to the CEO's remark. And he indicated that the most important achievement was his people who had the same vision of creating a successful handling company in Lima. And then we saw that translated in all pillars of their operations, their operational efficiency with their progression on certifications, their focus on their customer, where they use digitalization against a COVID background, their safety culture, and their close client relationship. And what this built up to for them really was that successful expansion over a 1-year period, and they are now at a point when they are going international into Mexico. So like I said, keenly contested because there's a thin line between operational at a core level and excellence, and this is what we saw in their excellence of performance. So absolutely. Congratulations to SASA.
Congratulations to SASA, who set their vision, as I recall, on becoming the best in the world, world-class. Well, you've won this award, guys, so you've done it, which is fantastic. And it really displayed that culture of togetherness and almost a family feel to the operation, driven by such high standards and a determination to do their very best. But there's a real atmosphere of egalitarian spirit and teamwork that came through really strongly in that Lima entry, I think.
Yes, it did. It did.
Well done to the SASA Lima team on your award. And thank you very much to you, Namala, and fellow judges for working hard to get us our winner in this fiercely contested category. Thank you very much. Enjoy the Caribbean sunshine.
Welcome, Marks. It was my pleasure.
Thank you, Namala. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the GHI Pride of Ground Handling Awards 2022. Thank you so much for being with us to hear about all of our finalists and winners. Well done to everyone represented in the finals and all of you who entered. Thank you for getting on board with our cause to celebrate ground handling excellence around the world. A special congratulations again to all of our winners. We will be offering a special awards presentation ceremony at our annual conference in Amsterdam. That will be taking place on our gala dinner night. That's Wednesday, the 30th of November. So we'll be having a winner ceremony highlighting some of the exploits of the 6 winners tonight and handing out the trophies to representatives of those companies. We'd love for you to be there. You can come along and join the annual conference and we'll send some details through. Please join us there in Amsterdam. Until then, thank you again so much for being with us, for supporting these awards. We're really grateful for the ongoing support of the aviation community with the Pride of Ground Handling Awards and with all of GHI's events. So thank you all very much. Take care. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the day and goodbye.